Hello, I am Pete, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas Challenge of Challenges. In the previous episode, we finished off Old World Blues, and I've put Dr. Darla's teddy bear here amongst the rest of my various collected pieces of paraphernalia, my trinkets, my mementos. In the previous episode, sadly, we had to kill all of the think tank, which these things happen, eh? So, I think I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be to take on dead money. As you will see from my inventory, I have dropped absolutely everything that isn't a quest item. So, I'm ready to do this, because all my stuff's going to be taken off of me anyway when I start, so might as well leave it back here where it's safe. Let's fast travel on over to the abandoned bunker and begin this DLC. And of course, this is Challenge of Challenges, so we do have a challenge for this episode as well, as if starting dead money wasn't challenge enough on its own. Additionally, our challenge for this episode is no healing while in combat, so good luck me, this isn't going to be easy. So to start the DLC, all we need to do is head down this corridor a little past this junction. The trigger point is just about there-ish somewhere.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead, buried beneath a blood-red cloud. A bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. The world's most famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future, not just for the world, but for all who came to its doors. A chance for anyone to begin again. Except the Sierra Madre never opened. The war froze it in time, like a big flashbulb going off. The grand opening. One big ending of humanity. It's still out there, in the wastes, preserved, just waiting for someone to crack it open. But getting to it, that's not the hard part. It's letting go. Are you listening? Good. From now on, when I talk, listen, and follow my instructions. Play stupid, play clever. Make the mistake of saying no. That collar on your neck will go off and take your head with it.
Hearing quite a lot of distortion on the voice there. Don't know if that's coming through on the video, so I'm going to just change some of my audio settings, see if I can do something about that. Let's try turning the voice down a bit, see if that helps. Collar, what are you talking about?
It's like that Pip Boy on your wrist, except filled with explosives. Do what I say, and the collar won't go off. Refuse, try and run, disobey me, I'll kill you and find someone else. There's no escape from here until I let you go.
Still getting some distortion. Let's go down a little bit further. What do you want?
That structure you see above the fountain, the Sierra Madre Casino. You need to break inside. Heist. Too many years in the making. But to get inside, avoid its traps. You'll need to gather a team. As I found, one cannot do it alone.
So I need others to pull off this heist. Who?
Around the villa are 3 other callers like yours. Caller 8, 12, and 14. Find all 3 and get them here to the fountain. Then we'll talk more. And should you get any ideas about killing each other and taking the treasure of the Sierra Madre for yourself, a warning. All your callers are linked. One of you dies, you all die. If that's what it takes to make you cooperate, so be it.
All right, the distortion on the voice is starting to annoy me a little bit, so I'm not going to prolong this conversation further than I had to. All right, so find the other 3 people with bomb collars, bring them back here.
I've downloaded the instructions and markers on your Pip-Boy, in case you forget. And yes, I have access to that device on your wrist. Do this, I'll let you go. I'll let all of you go.
All right, that's all I needed to know.
Good. If necessary, I will guide you through the villa's broadcast systems. If you get lost, return here, and I'll direct you. I've downloaded instructions on an audio log to your Pip-Boy in case you can't read. If you forget why you're here, let my voice remind you.
All right, might as well bring the voice volume back up. Didn't seem to make any difference at all there. So we have some quests. Let's see what we've got. We've got Find Collar 8 Dog, Find Collar 14 Dean Domino, Find Collar 12 Christine. I think Dog is probably the easiest to get to initially. So yeah, we're going to start with that one. Let's just check what we've got. We've got our hollow rifle. We are wearing the Dead Money jumpsuit, which gives absolutely no protection at all. The Dead Money collar does give 3 DT. We can also put on the rebreather for an additional 3 DR. Might as well slap that on. Though one thing to note is because of a mod that I am running, you actually get a penalty of 25 to speech with rebreather. Interestingly, you may be interested to note, the rebreather speech penalty, I made that mod. That's the only mod I've ever made. But yeah, I'm going to use it. But I do need to remember to take that off if I want to talk to anyone because my speech is greatly impaired. Do I have any healings? I have no healings at all. So yeah, it's going to be tricky. I have such feelings about this DLC. I love it and hate it at the same time. I can pick up these cigarettes. Can I return them? I can return them. Does that allow me to make a stim pack? It doesn't. I don't have the recipe for a stim pack, but I could make some really poor healing item. Sugar bombs are the best. They'll give me 7 hit points back. I don't think that can do much for me yet. Okay, so
That's the way out after you break into the Sierra Madre.
All right, thank you.
Try to leave. I'll set off your collar.
Okay, we've got a knife. We've got the cosmic knife. Let's equip that because that gives bonus limb damage. So that will be useful against the ghost people. The ghost people are tricky because basically to kill them permanently, you need to dismember them. All right. I'm just going to explore this initial area a bit because it's relatively safe. Grab some chips from here. But yeah, once I start departing from this area, I'm going to start having ghost people to deal with. Just grab all these chips. Okay, our quest is taking us this way. I think I need the light off so that I have the element of stealth on my side. And there is a door there, which I don't need. Another vending machine. I think I need to head around here, and I'm going to see a ghost person pretty soon, I reckon. I mean, I could just consider sprinting past them. Find me and we can talk. I can grab the cloud residue off the walls as well. There's a red mark. Okay, do I fancy a fight? I think I've got it, haven't I?
Watch out for the villa inhabitants. They're difficult to kill unless you chop them apart. If you can,
that was a stim pack, I think. Let's just check. So yeah, we do now have a knife spear. Does 25 DPS, which is about the same as the cosmic knife. And yeah, we do have 1 stim pack. We are now pretty healthy in terms of sort of all the leveling up has brought us up to 400 maximum hit points. Okay, there's a 1. So these things have quite low perception. So I probably could actually have a crack at sneaking around here. What's this going to do for us? Activate the hologram. Now, I thought that they stayed away from the hologram. I kind of want the chips that are scattered around there, but I'm pretty sure that if I get closer, then I'll be in trouble. Let's just sneak up here. I'm not seeing any red marks up here yet. Any chips in there? No. That looks like some dense cloud. Oh, I don't have to go that way, though. The Villa Police Station is just down here. And I'm not seeing any ghost people in this little courtyard. Oh, I'm seeing a red mark over there. Is that the one I had before, though? Not sure. It's very dark. Which is kind of making looting quite hard. There's a red mark just there. I think, yeah, I'm going to head inside the police station here. I think having avoided any ghost people here is probably pretty good going.
Speakers and radios interfere with the bomb caller frequency and can trigger the detonators prematurely. It is an unfortunate side effect, one I did not anticipate. I was unable to calibrate the callers to block the signals. So, you'll have to make do.
Okay, so we're now being introduced to the radios. So basically, if you get too close to a radio, it goes beep. But you can turn them off. Is the radio maybe around this corner here? There we go. Oh, there is another one over here somewhere. Okay, but it's quiet in this corner. Got the vending machine code for steady. All right, we're going to want to talk to Dog in a second, but first, let's just... there we go, some police pistol. All right, so things are starting to improve here. What's the terminal got for us? A few pieces of lore. Sinclair visits. Sinclair did the rounds again today. Glad he left his ghostly entourage at the casino. Those walking light shows makes me wonder why he's even got us on staff when they could blast us in a second. Otherwise, Sinclair runs a tight ship. Good to see in these days and times. Don't know how smart he is trying to make a resort to escape everything in the outside world, but rich guys can make it happen, even ones that have been hit hard like Sinclair has. Holding cell. Nothing much to report. Pretty quiet tonight, even from Puesta del Sol. Imagine Morris up in the casino probably has more than enough with the guests coming in tonight. Poor bastard. Set up the radios so I can listen in on the gala event when it fires up, and left one out for the prisoners. If Sinclair doesn't want us to be too strict with the guests tonight, I may just toss the key in the holding cage with anyone we pick up and let them unlock the door when they sleep it off. Communications. Set up the radio room downstairs to broadcast through the speakers. Don't want to miss tonight's performance. The receiver down there is stronger than the desk radios we have up here. Stashed some supplies from the evidence room down there to celebrate once my shift is over. Way I figure it, the rest of the guards will be too busy to check up on me. Okay, let's investigate around here. We can turn on the light in here. There are no enemies. And the white hand here, that's a symbol of one of Dean Domino's stashes. So let's take all of his stuff here. 3 stim packs, very nice. More Magnum rounds for the police pistol. Pretty good. So already our loadout is looking much better, isn't it? And we haven't had to fire a single shot yet. I will keep the cosmic knife equipped for now, however. I will repair it up with this other one. Just to improve its efficacy a little bit. Anything else in here? Yep, round the back. And take a bit of scrap metal and those 2 items there as well. Should be some stuff in here. I think there might even be some armour in here. There's a Sierra Madre helmet. There's the Sierra Madre armour. And an average locked locker. We have been given some bobby pins already, so we can get in there. And that's some C4 that I'm probably not going to use. I don't normally use explosives much. Let's upgrade to this armour. And that is going to really, really help us. Inventory. Got the weapons and the mines in today, along with the shotguns and the ammo. Enough to defend the villa if trouble breaks out. Sinclair's taking the world situation seriously, even all the way out here. Maybe more so because we're out here. Hate to think if someone got their hands on half the stuff we have stored there. Enough military ordnance here to turn the villa into a minefield. Lovely. Dispenser report. Dispensers are up and running. Unlike most everything else, we've had few problems with them. I heard they've been part of some World's Fair exhibit Sinclair had seen, so he contacted the researchers about the dispensers to see if he could use them here. That was a lie, of course, we know. No, that's not true, actually. No, the dispensers, they were built in a big mountain. We learned about that when we were in the Old World Blues DLC. But, yeah, Sinclair might have heard of them at a World's Fair thing, that's true. So that's not necessarily a lie. I was getting mixed up with, what's his face, Elijah. Turns out dispensers do more than supply convenience items. If there's an emergency or the threat of communist attack, codes can unlock ammo and repair kits for the dispensers. Stored backups of the codes in the contraband room, just in case. We'll have them. Okay, that's this room sorted. This room's fairly empty, though one or two things we can make use of. Bit of ammo. A reloading bench there. Could start breaking stuff down, but I think we're going to need a bit more of an assortment of ammo before we can do much with that. And finally, this room, there's the 308 rifle rounds in recipe. That seems to be everything in here. He's still chattering in there. There we go. That was the radio that was giving us trouble. Okay, let's grab some more stuff out of the desk. Here, unlock requires key. We want to get in there. There's some good stuff in there, but I think the key to that might be back in one of the cages back there. I am hearing a radio starting to beep. Is that in here somewhere? Okay, it stopped beeping. That looks like it takes us outdoors again. I'm going to take everything because we don't know what we can find a use for here. A couple of things in there. A few things in here. Oh, beeping faster. Okay. So I'm not sure where that beeping's coming from. I feel like it... So it stops in this room. And it stops over there. Is it that up there? Well, certainly it stops if I get through here, so we're clear for a little bit. Let's explore these cells and see if we can find that key. This one requires picking. That's fine. Get a little bit of XP as well as whatever is in here. Bit of shotgun ammo. Don't know what that's doing in here. Okay, that feels like we've got everything. And finally, is there anything in here? Bit of whiskey stashed in the corner. Okay, so feels like we've explored this corner quite thoroughly, which means the key to that room over in that corner must be downstairs. Well, let's go there.
Knew you would come below the cage, down to where I am. Maybe you saw the letters I scratched on the villa walls. A little farther. Follow my voice. That's it. The one in the cage? Dog. I had to lock him up. He keeps disobeying me.
Alright, so there's one or two rooms down here. I'm not sure if the scotch can be returned to the vending machines. At this stage, I'm just picking up everything. I've got loads of inventory space. Look at that, we're not even at 100 yet. So I might as well grab whatever I can, with the exception of clipboards, of course, because clipboards are junk. In the hope that some of this can be useful to us. I'm going to leave that piece of scrap metal. And then just around here, there is a thing we'll need to turn off. I can start hearing the radio now. See, I just need to turn off this. There we go.
The disc. My voice. Can't take any chances, though. You may be some victim who simply stumbled down here. If so, Can't let you let Dog out. No, not yet. If you're who I think you are, you came to fetch Dog. Use him to drag others here. Now I'll use you, and that Pip-Boy you're wearing. You're smart, clever. The key to Dog's cage is simple. Take my voice to the cage above. Let me speak to the beast inside. Then you and we can talk.
Okay, so instruction pretty clear. We need to take this tape back upstairs and use it on the beast that is inside that cage. Now, is my collar still going to beep around here? It is. There's something else. Or could it be... Ah, there it was, that thing down on the floor. Okay, so I think this entire building is now completely clear. The one disappointment is I don't yet have the key for that. But I think that might be on the floor in here somewhere. Oh, there was actually one thing I missed. At the end of this corridor with all of these cells, there is a vending machine code hidden on top of these lockers for the weapon repair kit. Yeah, glad I got that. Okay, so to get into the contraband room, which is this one here, you don't actually need a key. You need to use this terminal here. Okay, got there in the end. Took some time. So we can now disengage the contraband room lock. We can read about prohibited items. Sinclair's prohibition list is going to be difficult to enforce, and told him so. He claims we're getting an automated system that would confiscate items even the slightest bit radioactive or foreign and ship them back to the visitor's source address. Asked about items already in the villa, didn't mention the construction crew, and he dismissed it. Of course, no sooner than Sinclair gives his prohibition speech, his pal swings by the same hour, asking how hard-nosed we were going to be. Told me he couldn't guarantee he could keep me supplied if I didn't treat his friends with the same respect. Prick. Sinclair's pal here, I think, might be Dean Domino. Security system installation. Sinclair installed a new security system for visitors coming into and out of the villa. He doesn't seem to care too much about what they do when they're inside, only that we confiscate any personal items that could be dangerous or foreign, and make sure we know who enters and who leaves. Asked him again about watching the construction crews. He said that was a villa matter. Great. That means the prick runs the show. As long as there were no more accidents among the crews, that's what he cared about. Barely tucked my flask under the desk before he showed up. He gets that disapproving look when he sees the hard stuff.
I promise, Master.
Right, we can now go in here, and I'm telling you it's going to be worth it. An automatic rifle, some whiskey, Ray, some 308 rounds, some mentats, smarty, vending machine code for 357, couple of super stim packs, bit of buff out, some grenades. Told you it'd be good. What else? Bit of Medex, some scotch. I think we've got everything.
Master, help me. Master, help me.
Nothing else lurking around. Okay, so therefore it is now time to talk to God/Dog, which we do by bringing up our Pip-Boy and playing the dog command tape.
Dog, back in the
What have we here? You weren't who I was expecting. I'm disappointed. Still, even if you aren't my intended guest, you take direction. Good. You can't have been an idiot to figure out how to release me from my cage. Or perhaps you are, with that leash on your arm, and the one around your neck. With our collars and manacles, why, we may as well be kin.
That name carved on your chest, are you Dog?
The carving's a reminder for mirrors and for Dog. Dog, who you heard coming in, howling and hungry, as always. I've been trapped in here for some time. Then you come along and let me out. So, you opened my cage for a reason. Now, I want to know why.
Okay, so we can tell him a little bit about Elijah's instructions, or we can take this opportunity to do some skill checks. You have multiple personality disorder. Some trauma caused this?
Trauma. Yes, in a manner of speaking. Do you see these wounds of his, covering his skin? The bear trap on his arm. He placed his own hand in it. The name he carved in his chest. To remind him of who he is, he inflicts pain on himself to silence me, when all I try to do... He cuts, hurts, and tries to murder me out of him. He won't succeed, just makes me angrier. Dog is the beast. We simply change cages, like the ones here.
All right. I was looking for someone with a collar like mine. Where is your collar?
It's close. Closer than I'd like. Dog's been into things, needs to think before he eats, chew before he swallows. He's eager that way. Now the collar's a part of me. Inside. I can feel its electronic heartbeat, clicking and burning down below. Like before. It was cold and heavy before going in the cage. Now you're here, and it's pulling and kicking again, tugging like a leash. Interesting.
I love the characters in this DLC. I could just listen to God for days. I need to get you out of here.
No, I don't think so. Even in here, I have more control than you do. I'm not leaving until the one who controls the collars shows. Not his voice, not his hand, not his lackey. Him. And when he comes to see me, we'll settle things. So go on. Go back to your master. Tell him I'm waiting for him. Dog may follow him. I won't.
If you don't come with me, he'll set off our collars. Yours and mine.
Then I still win. I'd rather die in this cell than have Dog follow him any longer. Follow his orders, his commands, desperate for recognition. The old man, he has the need to hold on, to the past, to the Madre. I'd rather be free. Let go of this shell, than have it cage me any longer.
What if we go after the old man together?
No, I don't trust you. Even if you're not working with him, you'll fall into the same trap he did. You may think you can take your revenge. That'll change. You'll start thinking there's a way to have it all.
Sounds like Dog might be more willing to get out of the cage than you.
Dog? You're not talking to him now, are you? No. Even if you could drag Dog out of his cage, you still couldn't get him out of this cage. I put him here for a reason. If he could have escaped, he would have. So here he stays.
I can't leave until we get through this.
Of course you can't. This cage is locked tight. From you and the old man.
You wouldn't have locked yourself in there without some sort of key to let you out.
The key? Why, it's the old man, the one who brought us here. I hid the key on me so Dog wouldn't know. I just need the old man to show up so he and I can talk. If Dog was in control when the old man appeared, well, he would just do whatever he commanded, as always. And I can't have that.
Okay, so what we're discovering here is just kind of switching God to Dog isn't going to be enough to solve this part of the quest, because Dog doesn't know how to get out of the cage. We need to get God to come complicitly. Let's keep doing these checks. Science 35. These radios, were you using them for signal interference?
They were here when I arrived, so I made use of them, in a manner of speaking. More their voices, really. These collars, they don't just track us. You can eavesdrop on them as well. Tune to a frequency, and you can hear everything someone is saying. So perhaps it's a good thing that Dog swallowed his collar. Anyone listening would find it difficult to hear past the digestion.
And the alarm sound outside helps as well. You're doing?
Very good. Yes, it's another layer of white noise to ensure privacy. Unfortunately, It's also acted as a dinner bell for the residents. As long as the holographic greeter outside is active, however, I can get by them. The holograms fascinate them. Ghost worship, perhaps.
Okay, right. So earlier when I turned on the hologram and I was expecting it to chase off the ghost person, that was me misremembering this part of the game. Actually, no, they just turn to face the hologram and I guess don't pay any attention to the player. Okay, why did you lock yourself in the cage?
No. Why did I lock him in the cage? I locked him in because I could feel him getting hungry again. There wasn't much time. If Dog roams, he gets into trouble. Eats things he shouldn't. Listens to others he shouldn't. So he's safer in here. We're safer in here. I hoped if I locked him in here, the one he obeys would come for him. Instead, I get you.
So we know the answer to this. He was expecting Elijah. If you locked you, in, what if you couldn't get out?
Oh, I have the key. Always did. Hid it on the chain behind my neck before Dog came bursting out, eating everything he could. Wanted to make sure whoever came to fetch Dog spoke to me first.
Okay, so we now know that the key is behind his neck. So I feel like technically at this point we could then play the recording to switch God to Dog, tell Dog that the key is behind his neck, and get him out that way. But I still want to do this by convincing God to come with me willingly if I can. Wait, so you or Dog doesn't know the key is on him?
Dog and I don't share everything. What I know, he doesn't. What he knows, what little he knows, I don't. For example, your arrival is a surprise. I wished that I could have remembered. I'm sure Dog knew. And when he's feeding, well, I sometimes have to find out about it later. Now all there is to do is wait for my intended guest.
I think maybe I am going to have to do this dialogue option in order to progress the quest. If you weren't expecting me, who were you waiting for?
Don't play stupid. I already have to mind one child. You must have figured it out by now. The old man obsessed with the Sierra Madre, riddled with greed. Hoped you might be him when I woke up. All you are is his hand. You're the same kind of greed. Followed the radio, the broadcast, and now you're here, all confused. Not for long. You'll figure it out.
Right. Why do you say I'm the same as the old man?
You're not him any more than I'm Dog. But that collar around your neck, you're an extension of the old man's grasp. Clumsy, perhaps, but a tool, yes. And once you get acclimated to the Sierra Madre, then you'll feel the same overpowering hunger the old man does. And then you'll be him, not just his hand.
Obviously, we want to prevent that happening if possible. This old man, what do you know about him?
Elijah. Human. Weak like all of you are. Feeling age circling him like starved dogs, howling for blood. To me, he reeks of age and failure. And madness. To me, he is simply the old man. To Dog, he is Master. His name, meaningless. Running out of years, hopes and dreams running through his withered hands like sand from the big empty, and scorched by the sun.
Forget it, I had other questions.
Of course you do. And so do I.
If you have the key in there, the old man can order Dog to open the cage.
Dog obeys, yes. Why? Do you have some means of contacting the old man?
I can play his voice, yes. I have an audio log from him on my Pip-Boy.
You don't play it. If you do, I'll find a way to get out of the cage, end you. I'll murder you, crush your arms and legs until...
All right, we might have some leverage here. Calm down. follow me willingly, I won't do it.
No, you wouldn't. If you did, you won't escape this place alive. I'd shatter every one of your limbs to splinters and leave you here. You think I'm afraid of your collar exploding, killing us? No. I'll leave you breathing, then keep walking until my collar goes cold. I'll prop your broken body in view of the Sierra Madre so you can see what you came to steal, forever out of reach as you die.
This is what leverage looks like, huh? Right. I have the power to let Dog out of his cage. I'm going to prove it by not doing it.
No. No, you're not. Even though Dog's more docile, easier to control. You may regret this. This place is where creatures like Dog can survive. The people that fill its streets. He is as vicious, more vicious than them. His hunger can help you more than I can. When I am in control, this shell is difficult to fight in.
Even if Dog is more helpful, we can manage.
I am not sure you belong here. No, you don't belong here. Yet, you came this far, and I'm not interested in remaining here any longer. I'll unlock the cage.
Good stuff. All right, let's get out of here.
Very well. Lead on.
Right, we have got the In My Footsteps perk, a slight bonus to stealth, and the ability to step lightly around placed traps. Okay, well, I've already got the light step perk, so not sure I needed that. Did you have any good loot you were sitting on in here? No? No turds at all. Oh, hold on. The 8 of spades. Oh, we've hit level 30. Lovely times. What did I want here? I feel like I should probably pop one into lockpick just so that I can get up to 100 with the use of a locksmith's reader. Likewise, science. Yeah, because previously I didn't round them all the way up to 80 because I had clothing that would give me a little boost. But now I need that, I think. Unarmed is great at 75. Going to keep that there. I feel like there might be something to be said for having a little more survival because I'm going to have to make use of food for healing. So rounding that up to 40 makes sense. Might as well round up. But you know what? I'm in a rounding-y mood. Roundy, roundy, roundy. I'm not going to be using many explosives in Dead Money, so I'm not going to round that up. I might be using a bit of melee weapons, though I'm mainly going to prefer unarmed over melee, to tell you the truth. So with those 5, I guess barter. Why not? Have we got some nice level 30 perks available? Ah, the Implant GRX. Yes, I purchased this perk in my first playthrough and then completely forgot about it and never used it. So I can either buy it and try and remember to use it, or I can not buy it. Additional £50 of gear might be good. I'm gonna buy the GRX again, right? But this time I'm actually gonna use it sometimes. So how does that sound, eh? Okay, lovely. So the next thing I want to check is what my quests look like, because finding Christine, where is that on the world map? Okay, I need to head back to there, which is basically back to the center courtyard. So I think I might finish off this episode by getting back to the center courtyard. Are you ready for this, God? We're heading on out. I want the light off. I want to be in sneak.
Right behind you.
And the fight is on. Okay, Ghost Trapper. Ah, can I not go for the limbs? Oh, well, I suppose that the knife kind of automatically does some limb damage anyway. Okay.
Something needs to die.
Okay. Where's he gone? There he is. Bloody hell, it's dark.
Something needs to
Okay,
die.
so now I think I need to wail on him just to make sure that he's totally dead. There we go. I've chopped his head off. Oh. Another fight's happening somewhere. In the corner here, maybe? It's very dark and hard to see. Okay. Is he actually dead? Let's make sure.
It's your own fault you're here.
There we go. And we're going to search them for the bear trap fist because we like a bear trap fist. We are in hidden at the moment. I'm going to turn the light on just to help me to find my way back to that corpse, which was over here somewhere, I think. Where was he when this fight ended? This looks like it. Okay, take another bear trap fist. And I think I want to get that bear trap fist equipped. Because this one does... I mean, this one's just excellent against the ghost people. We are down a little bit on health. Not much, though. I still feel like it might be worth... No, I mean, I'm not going to top up at this stage. I think we can do this. So probably want the light off. And then make our way back to that destination. And I'm going to stay in sneak.
The idiot swallowed his collar.
I'm going to stay in sneak so that if things do kick off, I know about it. I'm not convinced that I'm going the same way I came before. Oh no, here we go. Here's the stairs. There's that thing. Okay, I am seeing a red mark, which I think is a new one. Yeah, he's wandering around down there.
I'll end you.
You're charging in there, are you? Okay, well, I'm going to get in there. And we can now make use of the cross attack. This is absolutely brilliant against the ghosts. Also, I thought it would be. Let's try again. Head crippled, there we go. We're in hidden again. We can take that bear trap fist to top off R1. Sounds like God is up there getting into a fight with this one. He has made a ghost harvester unconscious, which suggests to me that we need to finish this person off. Where are they? There. Oh no, he's lootable. He's been sorted. Okay, let's just do a little bit of weapon management because we picked up another bear trap fist, so we can just top up the condition of this one again. And I think that is now all the red marks in this area. Let's pick up the stuff that's down here.
That Pip-Boy. Maybe I'll tear it off your arm.
Please don't.
My neck.
Think... Oh, it's so dark. I'm going to see if there's some good loot up here. In fact, I think there might be a passage across to maybe one of Dean's secret stashes. Or 9mm pistol, have that. Okay, we have hit a dead end here. 20 gauge. And that's just a drop off. Nothing down there. Okay, yeah. Right, so this was one or two items. Still in hidden. Cool. Let's make our way back downstairs.
That Pip-Boy. Maybe I'll tear it off your arm.
And let's continue trying to make our way back towards the central point. Here we go. There's the hologram.
Those machines feed on Sierra Madre chips. There's codes that unlock other things, too.
I can hear him, but I can't see him. All right, do I have some stuff to hand into this machine here? Got one pack of cigarettes. Okay. So we now have the capability to manufacture weapon repair kits, which is good, and ammo, which is excellent. Weapon-wise, we've got this bear trap fist, which is going to be superb. We also have one automatic rifle. Did I just throw that on the floor? No, I threw my bear trap fist on the floor. Goodness me. Yes, we have an automatic rifle. We have a few police pistols, which we can repair together if we like. We're pretty well set up now. I'm feeling much more confident about taking on what comes next. So, yeah, we're going to end this episode here, having brought God back to the fountain. And I hope you will join me for the next episode of Fallout New Vegas Challenge of Challenges, where we will be heading off and trying to unite with either Dean Domino or Christine. Haven't decided which one yet. I will make that decision, perhaps based on what the challenge we get next time is. That might make sense. Okay, cheerio. Hope you are... Ooh.
It's your own fault you're here.
I'm just so easily distracted, aren't I? Pugilism illustrated. That gives me a permanent increase to unarmed. Yeah, where was I? Oh, I was finishing off, wasn't I? Right, you better leave now before I get distracted by something else. Bye-bye.